Molly Holly will be inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. I guess she goes with the Bella Twins because the Bella Twins were inducted last year. So the Bella Twins and Molly Holly would be the women who will be inducted to the Hall of Fame. I'll go with Tae first because she's a woman and I'm being very stereotypical here. This is what if you know it's what Flu does all the time, right? Every time we talk about wrestling and it's subjects about women, Flu's like, yeah, you know, I was thinking like maybe Bianca Belair and what do you think, Tae? I'm like this. But I'm gonna do a Flu here. I'm going to do a Flu. What do you think about this, Tae? Molly Holly being inducted to the Hall of Fame?
I mean, it's well deserved. Molly Holly, she was one of like the women that I used to watch that actually used to be like, oh, she can wrestle. It wasn't just, you know, what was it? The bikini bra and panty matches, and it wasn't all those kind of stuff. Yeah, those silly kind of things. And it was like, okay, this woman can actually wrestle, and she would go kind of like the got the name of it. She used to jump off the ropes, and she kind of did like it was the same
Molly
thing for me with Lita. Yeah. So it was similar to kind of like Lita-esque kind of things. I was like, oh, I really like her, and she had like longevity as well, and she had, you know, storylines were okay, but she definitely deserves it. Molly Holly herself, she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and I'm happy she's going in.
Mekz?
Yeah, she wasn't. I think at that time there were kind of other women that were more stood out to me, sort of thing. Like, you know, we said the leaders and stuff like that. But I think she's someone definitely as I got older and I looked back on stuff, I definitely had an appreciation for her. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago or maybe 3 years ago when Beth Phoenix got inducted into the Hall of Fame. She had nothing but good things to say in her induction speech about Molly Holly, saying that Molly Holly like gave her gear when she couldn't afford it and stuff like that. How Molly Holly paid for her tuition in wrestling school and stuff like that. So yeah, it just shows that, you know, other than just being a good wrestler for that time, she's just a good all-round human being.
Molly Holly made history with Victoria at WrestleMania 20. With their match when she shaved her head.
Shaved her head, yeah.
You know, that match was not going to happen unless she shaved her head. It shows that, you know, there's things like that women wasn't really getting the spotlight that they deserved back then. And obviously there wasn't much women staff back then as well. So yeah, you had to be a real standout. But Molly Holly definitely was a standout, and she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame 100%. And she still looks good. Have you seen her today? She still looks amazing.
She was in the Royal Rumble, wasn't she?
I think she was this year.
She was in the Royal Rumble in January. She was definitely in the one last year, but I think she was in
it last year. I don't know if she was in it this year. She might have been in it this year.
I think she was.
I think it was last year. She was in 2, so she came in as Mighty Molly, and then she came in as Molly Holly.
Oh, okay. So okay, yeah.
You know, I'm reading something that she quoted about the match which she had with Victoria. She says, so I was the women's champ, and they said, "Oh, we're just going to have a pillow fight match with the other girls." I think that was, if I'm corrected, I think that was Stacey Keibler and Tori Wilson. We're not going to have a women's title match, so I just really wanted to be. Oh, and she goes, "Oh, so I really want to."
Mania, you're not going to have a women's title match.
And she goes, I mean, who doesn't? If you're the champ and you've been working really hard, you just want to be part of the biggest show of the year. I just said I was willing to put my hair on the line, and if they would let me defend my title on the show, and he said, "Okay." You know what? The haircut looked good on her though, and I preferred her hair after she had the haircut as well. No, she had the hair. She had a hair brunette around that time, I believe, because that's when she had that heel. She was having a heel run, and then because obviously she was Molly Holly as a superhero for a long time, and then they gave her a heel run. Yeah, man, big up Molly Holly, man. Victoria needs to go in next as well. She needs to go Hall of Fame. Who else needs to go in Hall of Fame? I think Jazz needs to go in Hall of Fame.
Jazz does need to go in. I think Christian needs to go in, but obviously he's turned up on AEW now, so that's not happening for some years.
Oh no, I was thinking more of a women's standpoint.
Oh, women?
Yeah, I was thinking more
definitely
Jazz.
Jazz.
Victoria.
China needs to go in on her own.
I don't know why. Yeah.
I don't know why they're pretending. They've done the little DX thing and think, oh yes, put up a little picture of China and DX. She needs to go in on her own.
I do agree. If any woman needs to go in by her, definitely China is like a big name in the women's. But I feel they've done it well with the DX thing. And sometimes we can just accept people being in the Hall of Fame as part of a group and still get, like, for instance, right?
Bro, before you talk, she was intercontinental champion.
No, I totally agree.
Name me another woman that you can't put her in just as DX. Like,
I did not say she doesn't deserve to be on her own. I definitely said that.
I know you did,
but all I'm saying is, if this is what I can take, I'm gonna take it. It's like I want Brian Pillman to be in the Hall of Fame, right? Brian Pillman, but I don't see them putting Brian Pillman in the Hall of Fame unless it's probably with the Heart Foundation.
Why is that? Is there a reason? Because they've given a reason why they don't want to put China on her own.
That's true. And the thing is, Bulldog's getting in by himself, isn't he? Okay, so they probably would put Brian Pillman by himself. Okay, yeah, good point.
I think
go on. No, go.
They said that they're scared to put China in on herself because I remember Triple H saying if a child searches China, then they might see some of her porn related stuff.
I feel that's a bit of a lame excuse, to be honest with you.
Exactly. So put the woman in. Like,
that's probably why X-Pac won't get one by himself either.
I think that's a bad decision.
Even though X-Pac's getting a 2-time Hall of Fame though.
Yeah.
Because he's getting it with NWO.
Yeah.
It's just because they got bad blood with China, isn't it? Because of that.